Hey guys, in cooperation, conjunction, I don't know what you want to call it, with Beetle Babe over on her channel, we are going to review the Beatles albums for you. We're going to start at the very beginning, Please Please Me. And if you saw my last video about ranking the Beatles albums, I can talk, then you know that I'm not a big fan of the early work, shall we say. I mean, I like it, I love it, it's the Beatles. What can you say? While I prefer the later stuff, you know, the early stuff is classic, and there's some songs on the album that I personally have to love. There's no choice. So we'll start at the very beginning, track one. I saw her standing there. I've got notes over here if you're wondering what I'm looking at, just so. Anyway, I saw her standing there, yeah. I didn't write down the song titles, which was kind of dumb, but that's the first song. I love the opening, Paul's 1, 2, 3, 4 counting. That's classic. I'm going to say that word a lot, and I'm sorry. Just, you know exactly what to expect when you hear that song. And I love the hand claps that go along with it. Any song that I could clap along to, I'm a fan of. I don't know why. It's so dorky, but, you know, what can I say? I'm a dork. I love the hand claps. I love doing it in like Here Comes the Sun too, when it's like all, random and kind of offbeat, but it's a lot of fun to clap along to. And then that jangly guitar, that classic Beatles sound, the Rickenbacker sound, or I'm not sure. I'm not a Beatles guitar person. You ask me about U2, I'll tell you the guitar is a little bit better, but I know they played Rickenbacker and Gretsch and all that stuff. So whatever jangly guitar they use for I Saw Her Standing There, I love that sound. You know exactly what to do. And I should actually look up the song titles because I'm a dork, like I told you before, and I don't remember. So bear with me. For as long as I've been a Beatles fan, I don't know everything. I don't think there's anyone that knows everything about the Beatles. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of you are rolling their eyes right now and saying, you should know the track listings. Sorry, I don't. Okay, Misery. It's track 2. It's kind of slow, and I usually skip this one. I think I mentioned that before. The piano solo is a little off to me. It kind of throws off the song, and it's very loud. The funniest thing that I like about it is John going shend instead of send. Shend me back to me. I'm not going to sing because I cannot sing. I will break your speakers, your headphones, your windows. Don't ask me to sing. Ever. So it's not a memorable song in my opinion, but that's just my take on it. Third song is Anna, Go to Him. Another one that I'm not very fond of, that I always like to skip and just move on. It's not even like, I don't think I even have it on in my car. I have a USB drive for my car, which has hundreds of songs on it, and I don't even think I put that one on there. The thing I remember about that song most is my dad used to watch Married with Children, and there was an episode with the main character, Al Bundy, trying to remember that song by the original artist. The Beatles were never mentioned from what I can remember of it. And the only thing he could remember about the song was him, that line. And that no one knew what song he was talking about. And I think at the end of it that he did finally find the song. I can't remember. That show's funny. Watching back on it now, you realize how tasteless it is. But I was 7 or 8 when that was on, brand new, and it was hilarious to me, mostly because my dad watched it and laughed. I don't think I got many of the jokes, but it was still funny. But it still drags along, a little boring. It's one of those things that easily you skip. So track 4 is Chains, which kind of, it's a head bopper. I still like to skip it. I don't know. It's one of those George songs. His accent is adorable, very thick, easy to, I don't want to say make fun of, but easy to imitate. Imitation's the sincerest form of flattery. Sorry, can't touch my face and I have an itch. Not because of anything, but, can't touch your face, wash your hands, etc., etc. It's still good. You can still kind of bop your head along to it. It's got a good sound, but not one of my favorites. I don't have to look at this one. Boys is track 5, which is a great Ringo rocker. As much as I make fun of it a little bit because it's kind of a little iffy, it's not something I put on actively, and I usually do skip it on the album. But if it comes on and I'm in the mood, I'll leave it on. Just have a little Ringo going. It sounds better live, I think, when they did it. What you can hear of it anyway. It's more exciting. They're into it. You see Ringo shaking his head around with his hair flying everywhere. And same with Paul and George, I think, too. And during the solo and stuff, when he's like, "All right, George," shakes around. I love when Ringo does that, when he calls out George for the solos. And he's did it a few times in the songs. It's always a lot of fun. 6th track, Ask Me Why. It's a slow John song. It's another one I skip. The background vocals are always fun, a little cheesy. How they go, back and forth a little bit. But, I'm not going to say much about that one. That one's not very memorable in my opinion. Let's see. Number 7 is Please Please Me, title track. I think I like it fast instead of how they originally wanted to do it, which was doom, 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 as Paul. I can't do it as well as he does, but as he describes it, it was a lot slower. It's another one, you gotta love the harmonica and the call back and forth, come on, how they do it, the call and answer thing. It's a lot of fun. I like how they seem to mess up the lyrics a little bit towards the end of the song, and John kind of laughs, and then he gets all like growly when he starts singing. So that's a lot of fun to listen to. I like that part probably the best. Track 8 is gonna be side 2. If you have the vinyl, if you have a CD, it just keeps going. Love Me Do, which it's one of those early Beatles songs that everyone kind of loves and gets on with. I don't listen to it all the time. Again, it's another one that if I'm not in the mood, skip. What are you going to do, right? Paul's little wobbly voice, because he was so nervous, as he says. That's cute. So, I wish he would have sung it better, but, it gives it character. And it's a effective, memorable song if, easy and cheesy. Excuse my rhyme. It's good though. The 9th track is P.S. I Love You. Again, another slow, cheesy Paul song. He sounds a little wobbly in that one too. I don't know exactly what happened. If everyone knows the story of Please Please Me, how they recorded it in 24 hours, done. So I don't know if that was recorded in the beginning when he was still getting used to it. Maybe, the studio and everything and the process, maybe that's what happened with that one. And Love Me Do, I don't know for sure. You guys might know better. Comment below if you know the story there. I've read so many Beatles books and I can't remember everything. But yeah, it's, I still think it should have ended, P.S. I Love You, and how the instruments ended, it should have ended with cha-cha boom. it would have been fun. It kind of fits. You kind of can add that in on your own and see. I like doing it. I know that's from another song. I think it's Besame Mucho on the BBC sessions, but it fits and it's fun. And I don't know, I do it live too. And I think I've heard cover bands actually do the same thing. It just sort of slides right in there really nicely. Where are we at here? Number 10 is, where are we at? Oh, Baby It's You. It's another Slow John love song. It's kind of awkward. The background vocals were like cheat, cheat. It's like, I don't like it too much. And not for any personal reasons, it just kind of doesn't fit. I don't know why. Again, my opinion. I skip it. You know, as much as I love John, it's like, nope. Sorry, can't hang with that one. Number 11, I don't have to look up, is Do You Want to Know a Secret? Which is a cute early little George number there. His accent again. you have to love it. It's perfect for George. It just fits. And then I don't understand how John said he wrote it after he saw Snow White. Is that the song? Or it's something about Do You Want to Know a Secret and the wishing well, and I never got that. So again, if you know, you can comment below and let me know what he meant by that. Maybe I haven't seen Snow White enough. I don't know. Number 12. Let's see. A Taste of Honey. I can't even, as the kids say. It's just very skippable. I don't think it should have been on the album. It just doesn't fit, especially where they put it. I don't know. I don't like it. I skip it. If you like it, that's fine, but my opinion, it should not have even been included on the album. 13. Well, not 13. Why am I saying these numbers all wrong? Well, because I'm going like it was on the CD instead of track 2. There's a Place. The harmonica is way overused on that song. Sorry. There's just too much harmonica. It kind of overpowers everything else. It's okay. It's not very memorable. It kind of reminds me of In My Room by the Beach Boys. It has that same sort of subject matter. And I know the Beach Boys song came first, so I don't know if the Beatles copied or if they were inspired. I mean, they always have that history together where they kind of, not so much at this time, I don't think, but around Rubber Soul Revolver, Sgt. Pepper, Pet Sounds, they were all kind of inspiring and influencing one another, and it was kind of cool. But I don't think this had anything to do with the Beach Boys, but it just has that same sort of, lyrics, subject matter. I don't know what I'm talking about. The last song, Twist and Shout, which is still, if I'm not in the mood for it, I still skip it. But I think everyone knows Twist and Shout, whether it's from a movie, from a wedding, from a birthday party, from parades, concerts, carnivals. You hear that song everywhere. And even if you don't know the original or the Beatles version, when you hear it, you automatically want to get up and dance. It's just, that tempo, that the lyrics, everything. It's, John's voice is all rough from recording all day long, and I think he had a cold or something. I'm not sure, but you could definitely hear it, how raw his voice was by the time they get to Twist and Shout. And you just have to sing along, do the woo. It's one of those songs that, everyone, I think, loves, especially Beatles fans. I think that's if you were to make a top 20 list, say, of all your favorite Beatles songs, I think that's going to be on the majority of people's lists. It's just one of those things that you have to love. And, well, we made it to the end of my review of Please Please Me. Thank you for watching. I hope you like what I had to say, and if not, that's okay too. Like I said, it's my opinion. But if you could like the video and please subscribe, I'd appreciate it. I'll be coming back to you with more reviews and unboxing things and who knows what. We'll see, right? Take care, everybody. Wash those hands.